I really think in like May, I would say like in the next year, I feel like it's going to be the top firm,
Okay.
honestly. So I had two accounts. I lost one of them. If you make a big amount, stop trading, honestly.
Hey guys, this is the Funded Trader interview. I've got Josh here, and I'm going to go ahead and just give you the floor, kind of introduce yourself. Is this your second interview? So maybe some people have seen you here before?
Yeah. This is my actual second interview. So people will probably, see a familiar face. I had a hoodie on last time, so they'll probably get to see more of what I look like now. But yeah, this is my second interview. My name is Josh. I go by JR. A lot of my friends call me JR. So
Okay. Well, hey Josh. Hey JR. Nice to meet you. I'm Tori.
nice to meet you, Tori.
So for those of you that haven't seen the first interview, kind of give everybody a breakdown again. Like, where are you from? What do you do for work? What's your background like?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. I grew up in a town called Evanston. It's not too far from Chicago. It's about 20 minutes away. And basically what I do for work, I actually am a full-time trader now. So I've really just been focusing on my craft and, trying to elevate myself to that next level to be able to, live the type of life I want to live. So
Absolutely. All right. Way cool. Congratulations on being a full-time trader. I too have just become a full-time day trader this year specifically.
that's what's up.
It's a whole nother world. Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is.
Okay, so I got to ask, since now you're a full-time day trader, what got you into forex specifically?
What really drew me into forex was actually a fellow family member of mine. At the time, like I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and COVID had just hit.
Oh.
So it was like this abruptness of like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like trying to figure out my career path and whatnot. And I was in college at the time, and I actually had decided to drop out, and because I knew at the time that just wasn't for me. So I was just in a space where I was trying to figure out, how to put my best foot forward. And I seen that my brother had found he's been trading actually for a few years now. So I asked him to kind of introduce me to the process, and it kind of went on from there.
Okay, way cool. I gotta say, this is actually the same exact scenario here. Like, family member dropped out of college, decided to become full-time day trader. This is pretty funny, actually.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
My family member was my uncle instead, but same deal. Like, okay. I asked him to. I've watched him trade forever. I was like, all right, listen, I need you to show me everything you do because this is what I want to do.
Yeah, facts.
I can see by example, this is what I want to do. Okay, cool. So have you traded anything other than forex before? Have you done stocks or crypto or futures, anything like that?
Yeah, I don't really too much dibble and dabble in that. I pretty just straight stick to the forex as far as the market I'm looking to trade. I feel like that's where my niche is and that's where my confidence is.
Yeah.
I feel like, as time goes on, I'll probably get into that because I am only 1 year into trading. So
okay.
I'm still pretty new to the scene. So I feel like once I get more experience under my belt, then I'll definitely start to transition into other markets.
Okay, good to know. Also, that's way cool that you're only 1 year into this. That's so freaking neat. Okay, so then next question, which leads right into that. So if you're just a year in, kind of how did you get your strategy? Was that your brother? Did he ended up showing you his strategy?
Yeah, so basically everything stems from my brother. He taught me, he basically gave me the sauce, I would say.
I love that.
He basically gave me the sauce to basically the forex market. And, he's been studying this for, I want to say, about 7 years now.
Okay.
And just recently he found out how the market really moves in a way it's in our advantage, to where we can make good profit off it and, change our lives for the better. So my strategy really basically just focused in on what he taught me, perfecting my craft. Because, even though he taught me as an individual, I'm still going to be a much different trader from him. I'm still going to be getting different entry points and stuff like that because I'm my own person. So I just try to incorporate everything he's taught me and then live with the results at the end of the day.
I see. Okay. Same situation here. The coolest thing is having a mentor or having someone to teach you a strategy that's already done the years of research. So like
Exactly.
just like your brother, like I'm sure he spent, if he's on like year 7 now, he had to go through like so much trial and error to be like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. And then finally like be able to piece all of that together to have like a very small, simple strategy that's like, okay, turns out this is what works for me. Like, and exactly. I was able to bypass that too. Like my uncle, when he taught me, I didn't have to do any of the trial and error. He was just like, all right, this is what I've gathered from all of the years that I've had. This is what works. So I'm going to pursue my end goal. And it's incredible to be able to bypass that. And I feel like having a mentor is like crucial in trading, or at least
I feel like it like keeps you structured in a sense, like it keeps you like focused in on like, you know, just trusting your strategy, being confident in like what your mentor taught you, and then just, you know, realizing that you're always going to have another opportunity too. So I guess it just builds your confidence having that mentor, especially when they're like with you every day. Cause my brother, he's around the same age as me. So it's like, he's like right next to me whenever I need to ask a question or I need, you know, his second opinion on a trade. It's very reachable.
Oh my gosh, that's so helpful too. Okay, all right. Yeah. The next question is, and this I probably already know the answer to this one. How did you find out about the Funded Trader? Was that also from your brother? Did he suggest them?
Yeah. It also was from my brother. But before that, I'm pretty sure, you know, we were actually trading with FTMO. Okay. And so we kind of like, well, not we, but I would say he more rather actually found an outlet, which was TFT. And he realized like how much faster the process would be working with this new embedded prop firm that was developed. So he started doing some research on it, and just to make sure, you know, everything was on the up and up. There was no like, you know, scamming going on, because, you know, in today's society, a lot of things can just go the wrong way. Yeah. And they can just be providing a false product for you. So he made sure it was on the up and up. He introduced me to it. And then from then on, we just started investing in accounts and making the best of it.
All right. And as far as the Funded Trader community goes, is it kind of just you and your brother, or do you kind of engage in the community with the Funded Trader? Do you watch any of the Discords or listen to any of the community? What you got?
Yeah, I'm definitely very embedded in the Discord. I was actually just in the Discord before we got on call. So
okay.
I was talking to some people in the general chat. I also just helped out a guy in the Funded chat because he had a problem. I guess like his as you know, we just switched over to ACAT. So a couple of people's withdrawal dates got pushed back. So I just helped him navigate through that, told him to create a support ticket. And as far as like the general chat, I'm always in there trying to spread whatever knowledge I can give out as far as like risk management and stuff like that. So I say I'm very embedded. I actually did the chess tournament last week for the first time.
Wait, that's so cool.
I will say it was kind of different. I felt like the server itself it's really delayed. And so there's a lot of waiting around for the next round. But other than that, it was pretty smooth.
Okay. I'll be honest. I wanted to do the chess tournament, but I was like, listen, I only got into chess because of that one episode that came out on Netflix, and I got like a little bit into it, but not good enough to do tournaments. So I was like, I'll just sit back and watch this one.
I'm dead. No, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, next question is, how much time did you have to dedicate to studying? So I know your brother taught you, and I'm sure the coolest thing is you've got like almost unlimited access to him. You can continually be learning from your brother. But like, if you had to say from start to finish, how much time do you think you had to invest in just studying his strategy?
Yeah, studying, I would say it takes up at least like half of my day. I would say about 12 hours a day, because, you know, there's a constant learning experience every day. It's showing me something new. So I just try and keep myself grounded, because I know there's something new I can learn every day. And so it's just basically a constant learning experience. So I would say about 12 hours out of the day.
Okay. So that would be the studying portion of it. And then how much of the day do you actually sit like in front of the computer, in front of your chart, doing your trading? Is it also about the same amount of time?
Yeah, actually, I would say it still is, because, you know, like I said, it's still new to me. So I like to sit in front and watch how it moves. I feel like once I grow more and get more financially stable, I'll have more confidence to, just place my trade and walk away. I still, keep my risk management. I still place my stop losses and my take profits, but I like watching the market move. I like when it makes huge jumps. It gets me excited, so I'm kind of like so like in tune with the market, just constantly watching it.
Absolutely. I like that. And to be honest, like you said, it builds your confidence. And then being able to watch like a certain pair or a certain stock or forex, watching it for that amount of time, you almost get like a feel for its personality. And then you can get a better idea if you're comfortable with this one to begin with, because you've watched it for so long. So, I feel like you almost build a relationship with that pair just watching it. I'm totally pro sitting and watching and getting an idea for their personality. So I like that. The next question is, would you consider yourself a scalper? Are you a day trader, a swing trader, long-term? What are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much an intraday trader, basically a day trader. I kind of, look to get in positions every day. I feel like every day there's an opportunity to make money.
Oh, yeah.
We're working in a big market that's over $7 trillion a day. So there's always an opportunity to go in and get something, even if it's like the smallest thing, like even if you only make like $10, like, or $20 or something like that, like you still made something,
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'll be honest. I thought when I got into this, I didn't think there were many day traders at all. When I got into like day trading, and that's all I do too. I'm a day trader. There'll maybe be a case where like I'll hold a trade for like a week, but it's so rare.
Yeah.
But when I got into this, there was like this speculation where like day traders are gamblers, and I was almost like embarrassed to tell people I was a day trader. And now I'm like having conversations with day traders every day. This is the coolest thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to get into swing trading. I've practiced it a few times. It's just really not my cup of tea. I like it though. Like it's another good way of like making money in the market. I'm never against another opportunity, I would say, to make money in the market. So swing trading for me is definitely something I want to start doing. Like as I said before, once I get like financially stable and I'm able, to swing trade and hold my trades for a few days or a week.
Yeah.
Just depending on like how the market moves and whatnot.
Okay, absolutely. I get that completely. I'd say for me, the biggest transition from going from like day trading to swing trading has been like making that transition. And I'll only do it occasionally. So it's not like I haven't gone from straight day trader to swing trader, but being a swing trader or making swing trades, you have to have like a little bit more like whoosah, if that's like, because the pullbacks are so much different. Like when you're in a day trade, like you get the move, you got it, you get it, you're done.
Exactly.
And like swing trading, you got to like stay in for those. Like it's just, you got to take on more emotional damage almost.
More emotional. And I feel like it's a lot of more patience that goes in with swing trading too. Like the market, you already have to be patient with it itself. So when you get to swing trading, I feel like that's just like twice as much patience as you're already anticipating when you're a day trader.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree completely. Okay, so next question is, what is a hard lesson that trading has taught you?
A hard lesson that trading has taught me is to be confident in myself. I think when I first started off, I was making money because I was demoing, and I'm like, damn, like look how much money I'm making. Like this is insane. And then there would be like the next week, like I would lose like twice as much. But most of that came from me not realizing how the market moves, and it kind of dwelled my confidence. So I guess one thing, I would say is really that confidence builder, because, a lot of the times the market likes to stop hunt, and that'll get you. Like those stop hunts will really like dwell your confidence. It'll make you think that you're not right. But in reality, like you're on the spot. It's just going to get those other people that think the market is going that way.
Right.
And basically, yeah. So just making sure like I stay confident in myself. But yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest lessons that trading has taught me.
Absolutely. I could see that. There's been plenty of times with me where it's same thing. Like I question myself. I'm like, am I even doing this right? Like, and then there's times where I'll let my confidence like be crushed, and I'll give in and either get out of my position early or get out with a bigger loss. And then like I go back and like take a step back, look at the chart, and I'm like, wow, okay, if I had actually just stuck to the strategy, kept my cool, like confident, it would have worked. And it always does. It's just a matter of, like you said, like keeping the confidence and like the knowing that the strategy works. Like there's just times, like you said, where people get stopped out and that's what the market's doing that day and it's okay.
Right.
I totally agree with that one for sure. Okay, so next question is, now I know you said that you like to sit in front of the charts, you like to watch, but are there times where like you'll go to sleep, you'll walk away, or you'll just set alerts?
Yeah, I set alerts. I usually go by every 4 hour. If I'm in a trade, I have an alarm set for every hour just in case I do fall asleep.
Oh, me too.
So yeah, I try to just keep those. I try to just keep those embedded, in my strategy as just like an alert to myself. It's just like, okay, I know this 4 hour candle is about to close. Let me see what it's going to do now. Or if I'm already in a position, just making sure that it's still going in the direction I want it to. So I'm setting alerts on my phone just to, keep me noticed.
Okay, gotcha. So for the next question, you also already answered this one too, but maybe a little bit more insight. So have you had experience with another prop firm? I think you said you were with one before TFT.
Yeah, I was with FTMO actually before TFT. And like, to say the least, like TFT is just like knocking it out the park right now. Like y'all are going so crazy right now for real. I really think in like I would say like in the next year, I feel like it's going to be the top prop firm, honestly.
Okay. All right.
Because the difference with FTMO, like it gives nice incentives and like, yeah, like it pretty much covers the basics that TFT covers. But I feel like the community TFT has now and the incentives are a lot different from FTMO. Like you guys are incorporating ways to get free accounts off chess tournaments. And like you guys are doing promotions for every month, the competition we have every month for top 3 winners, they get free accounts. And then after that, you even get a discount, even if you don't place in the top 3 of the winners. So I just feel like TFT incentives and what you guys bring to the table is knocking it out the park right now.
Hell yeah.
FTMO is just like, I feel like I had to wait a lot longer. It was more of a patience game, which honestly is good because that helps to build patience. But with somebody that's like experienced in trading, even if somebody that's starting off new, I feel like TFT is just probably the best prop firm to get with. It's definitely the new thing in today's age.
Okay. All right. That is excellent to hear. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. So since TFT is absolutely like, you're like, this is it. This is the next big thing. I would say, was there any community with, and remind me what it was called? Was it FTMO you said?
FTMO.
Was there any kind of community with that one? Or is it just like, you're kind of solo?
Yeah, I'm honestly not 100% sure. When I first started off, I was really just buying accounts, like trying to get funded. I didn't really get embedded in the community if they had one.
Oh.
And if they did have one, they weren't like not to like bash them or anything. It's a good prop firm, but they weren't like really promoting it as much as you guys were. So that just led me to think you're just by yourself, you're all alone type,
I see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not to bash any other ones, but I know like Nick and Angelo and Blake, like they've all put in the research to see like what are traders not getting from prop firms. I mean, they've done it all. Like they were like, okay, it needs this, it needs this, it needs this, and then put it all into one prop firm. And they were like, all right, let's see what this concoction makes. Okay, so yeah. All right, so they've got the right formula going. Another question is, so now we'll get into like the juicy part of the interview, because this is what like people in YouTube will actually go through and like try to fast forward to the strategy part. Right. So what if you're comfortable with it, like, do you want to share any bit of your strategy or kind of like what pairs you look at?
Yeah, I'll give an insight on like the pairs I trade. I kind of gave a little insight in my last interview, pretty much like my strategy as far as like what I'm looking for without giving like my whole strategy away. Like I'm always for helping people, I want to see other people do good, but there's only so much you can show a person until, like I mentioned before, until you're financially right. I'm freshly new and I have a withdrawal date coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to that. But I just want to be in a good space to, like where people can see the results instead of me just telling them like how I trade, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But as far as like the pairs I trade, I try and stick to like more the pairs that push pips. So pretty much like gold, and the yen pairs, British pound, yen. And yeah, those are pretty much the pairs I kind of like key in on and eye in on, because I know those are going like 200 plus pips a day or 150 plus pips a day. And for me, I'm just going in to get maybe like 50, 60 pips. And to some people, that might seem like a lot, honestly.
Right.
Like to some people, I know that might be a lot, but you know, I'm confident in myself to where I know I can come out with at least my goal of 50 to 60 pips, or if not, I'm getting at least half of that. You know what I'm saying? If it does go the whole 200, 150, well, then that's even a plus for me in itself. So
okay, absolutely. And we'll link somewhere in this video the last interview so they can kind of go back and get an idea of that introduction or like overview, basic gist of your strategy. And I completely get that. I even sell a course, so I know that you want to see people succeed. You want to help people get into this trading world. But I mean, you could go from start to finish and give someone your strategy, but if they're not like invested or have like given something to learn that, they're not even gonna, it's just not gonna compute. So I totally get that, like completely all the way.
Yeah, they won't even give you the time of the day. And I feel like nowadays and age, like everything is based off of like what you've done. Like, let me see the results. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, if you're bringing that to the table, then everything else will just fall into place. It'll be easier too. It'll just be easier on you explaining it to that other person. So yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So next question is, what are your views on like the philosophy of trading? Like your mindset, like where do you need to be mentally? What's your views on
Yeah, that's really big, honestly, mentally. Cause like I'll give you an insight. Yesterday, I lost a trade. I lost a little bit of bread yesterday, and like it kind of affected me. And you know, sometimes, like a lot of the times as humans, we're in our heads a lot, and that's not always like a good space to be. So I would say the mental aspect of trading is just like to be poised and like stay humble, but also like just have that confidence at the same time, because trading, it has its ups and downs. Like, you know, anybody telling you like they're going to win every day, they're winning every day and winning every week, is just like unrealistic. Like you got to be realistic with yourself, and then just realize like if your strategy is winning 80% of the time, then that's enough confidence in itself for you to know, you know, everything is just going to be all right. There's going to be another day. You're going to have another opportunity, you know, to conquer all the stuff you missed out on the previous day or the previous week. So I would just say the mental aspect behind it is like really like staying sharp, staying poised, and just continuing to have that confidence in your strategy and in yourself, because man, like the market can get to you. It's manipulated. So, so it sometimes can really get the best of you, but yeah.
Absolutely. I agree completely. And yes, funny enough, I too took a loss that hurt a little bit yesterday. Yeah. So I'm recovering too. I'm recovering. But the cool thing is being able to like stay poised and to like be able to bounce back is so huge. Like if I had just been crushed and disappointed from yesterday, I mean, I'm in a trade right now. If I would have just been disappointed, crushed, and like just like taken a break from the market, which sometimes is healthy, but I wouldn't have been able to make almost some of it back. I got a good chunk of it back now, and it's just a matter of like,
that's great.
It's okay. You can bounce back. This is all right. You're not a person. Like you don't suck now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so tough. The mental stuff.
Yeah, it's all about the bounce back, yo, for real.
Absolutely. Okay. The next question is, I feel like we hit all those questions. All right.
Yeah, we covered a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty quick. You're easy to work with. I like it.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear it. This is only like my maybe I want to say like 5th interview. And it's
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, I did the last one with Dennis. He was pretty cool. And he told me that you would be doing the interviews now. So I was like, okay, I'll do another one, you know. And that's the other thing. Like, once you get funded, they offer incentives as far as being able to do these interviews, you know, to give your experience or posting your profits in the chat or doing a trade breakdown video. So it's just like TFT, man, like they're on top, man, for real.
Yeah, okay. That makes me so happy. I'm so excited to be a part of this team, because before I don't know if you and your brother have this experience, but since my uncle taught me, and like I had this one strategy that he taught me, I didn't have to really venture out and talk to many traders or even have to like collaborate with any traders. So I felt so freaking lonely. Like it's kind of lonely being a day trader. So
Yeah,
to
it
be in like
is.
a
It
community
is.
like this is incredible.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you get different insight on other people's trading. Like they'll send trades in the Discord, like in the little drop down window. There's a little section for the people that don't know that'll be watching. There's a little section in the drop down menu. It's called Trade Ideas, and then they also have a section called Trade Reviews, and it just gives you a perspective on where people are getting in at. And it honestly, like when you see the entries that they're getting in, it kind of makes you realize like how similar a lot of other people's strategies are to yours, because sometimes that could just be another confirmation indicator to tell you that, okay, maybe I am right. This other person is getting in right here. It just gives you that like comparison.
Yeah.
So I guess like any help is good help, I would say.
I agree. And I did think of one last question before we do hop off here. Since this is your second interview, where are you at from like the first interview you've done to now? Like what's changed with your trading? What's changed with your account? Like what's the difference between then and now?
Yeah, so I had two accounts. I lost one of them very early. Yeah, I know. I was so mad at myself. I was really upset with myself because I had got two accounts on purpose just in case that were to happen. I feel like going into something like this is best to always get two, because you never know. Like I said, the market is very manipulating. Even if your strategy is 90% or 80% always right, anything can happen. So I did lose an account. I am in profit on my second account. I was in way more profit about 2 weeks ago. I don't want to tell the exact number, but I was in way more profit than I am now. But I told myself, I'm just going to wait till my withdrawal date, because it's better to come out with something, because it shows like the work you put in, So being rewarded with something small is just, it's still a good feeling in itself. So I would just tell the people that are starting to trade with TFT, like, if you make a big amount, stop trading, honestly. If you make anything over like 15 to 20K, like, and you haven't really touched real money like that, like I would just stop trading. Because the withdrawal date is going to come and you're going to feel a lot better about yourself.
I completely agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say this was a pretty great interview, and I think you're probably gonna have another one. Like maybe we'll do round 3.
Yeah, I definitely might do round 3 next month. It's good to show progress, especially since I'm a new, person at TFT. I don't mind, doing interviews with people. And like you said, it's good incentives for people to make a little side cash if they want. So I would definitely recommend anybody that's in our community or that wants to get in to take advantage. If you're a funded trader, just take advantage, because a lot of prop firms don't do this. So it's just in your best interest, really.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, thank you so much for your time, Josh.
No problem. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Of course. You too. See ya.
Peace.
Bye.